You know, I heard some really great poetry tonight.
Yeah.
So, now for something completely different. Words. Actually, I just put a book on a book up on Amazon that I wrote called Granny Porn. Yes, that's right, Granny Porn. This is a lighthearted, romantic thriller. And it's mostly old people doing things badly. And I thought first I thought maybe I would just read all the dirty parts, but then I said, well, I can't do that because it's just too many words that, are like that. So what I'm going to do is just read a few odds and ends of things and keep it under 5 minutes. Oh, let's see what I got here. Okay, here's one. My heroine is a woman named Trudy Vroman. She's a 77-year-old retired detective, special operative, but she's got a freelance assignment in this old age colony. And she's just moving in with her friend Gerda, is helping her out. And she's in the parking lot still. They haven't even got in. The door slid open, and out in the mid-afternoon sunshine walked an overweight man, slightly taller than Trudy's 5'8". He wore an elegant lace front shirt, an understated bow tie, and nothing below the waist. As he walked toward them, he had a winning smile on his face, although somewhat diminished in impact by drool from his sagging lip. Gert, love, introduce me to, he said in a spray of consonants and pauses. Gerda spoke to him as she might to a small child. John, you're slobbering again, and you're naked. He touched his bow tie. Am not, he said in a spray of spittle. Introduce me, said Trudy, with ice cubes in her voice. She had seen, as John had probably intended, his 10-inch penis, which dangled down toward his knees. Trudy, meet slobbering John. He had a stroke last year, and he's been this way ever since. He's really very nice. And, said John, waiting, and Big Harold, said Gerda with a sigh. You have to forgive him. He also has senile dementia. It goes on. Asked? Of course not, said Trudy. You were always complaining about his snoring. Why would I want to sleep with him? We just had sex. And for the record, I understand why you left him. He was really lousy in bed. Just huff, puff, and come. No head for me. Nothing. Once was enough. How about you with my man? Not bad. You trained him, didn't you, Trudy? He's about 6'7", wheelchair bound, 93 years old, can't lift his head off his shoulder. Giant guy, still very mean, even though he's slightly demented. And in talking about, she's talking with his first in command, who's Eddie the Gazelle, who was nasty in his own way, but he's younger. He's only in his lower 80s. She says, I can read you, Eddie. Given the chance, I bet you'd ace him right here. Leave him bleeding to death. They're talking about a guy he didn't like. Empty a full clip, 9 holes in one. So to speak, Trudy. But no, we do things different now. We really retired. Bought a charter fishing business cheap from a guy in Florida. He went too deep in debt, came out with a marina and even a reptile farm. Eddie smiled. Frankie got off on the snakes and alligators. Only problem, all the mob guys wanted freebies on the charter boats. We had to pay gas, crew, food, and those cheap fucks don't want to pay. One day, we're out with a freeloader. He opens the cooler for a beer and there are 4 water moccasins looking at him. He got bit a couple of times. We bring him back to the nearest dock, got an ambulance waiting. See, Frankie don't want him to die, just to take a message to everyone. Let him know he's Frankie Snakes, whom you do not mess with. Quite a story, says Trudy. Also, maybe Frankie was delivering a message for someone. Got a 2-4, she guessed. He was always smart, Trudy. I'm kind of running out of time, so I'll stop there.